Hey, my beautiful followers, how is everybody doing this morning? It is another black and white day and a cozy sweater day. It is chilly here, and it's just one of those days you just want to snuggle down with a good book and a cup of tea, and especially I'm still getting over this cold thing that if you've been following me the last few days, you know that I've been struggling with. So yeah, I've taken my downtime, feeling better, but it is definitely just a dreary day in North Texas here. But today I've been talking to a lot of my single male clients, which right now I have quite a few single male clients. And one of the books I always give my clients is The Way of the Superior Man by David Dita. I find that even if my clients don't agree with all the points in the book, it at least stirs some really good conversations, some really good thought processes going on. And one of the things Dita talks about in his book is about standing in her fire, really standing in her fire. And I get men all the time, and I had one particular client ask me, okay, Addison, but like, what does standing in her fire mean? Why do I need to stand in her crazy? Why should I have to deal with her crazy? Does that mean I get to let her just be a wild woman and put me down and hate on me and throw things and just be freaking crazy? Why is that okay? Why is it okay to let her be absolutely nuts? Like I don't feel like that is appropriate. And so we got to talking, and so it got me thinking about really doing this video particularly because you do need to stand in her fire. You do need to stand in her crazy. She has crazy, and you need to stand in it. And if you want to be a divine masculine, somebody who really holds that masculine energy and is sharing that beautiful energy with your woman, and you want your woman to drop down into that divine feminine energy and really allow her to explore and open and be vulnerable and connective with you, you're going to have to stand in a little bit of her crazy. And that crazy isn't always crazy. It's beautiful. It's feelings, it's emotions. It is the feminine energy come alive. That being said, there's a difference between standing in her fire and letting her be a lunatic. And there is, and this is the conversation I had with this particular client, although I tend to always have this, I feel like I look like a boy with my hair you can't see my ponytail today, but I have this conversation over and over again actually with my male clients. They are always telling me like, oh, well, at what point is it not appropriate? And I think there is no longer constructive kind of feedback or allowing her to have her emotions. And Dita always talks about those kind of constraints of like not letting your woman, allowing her to kind of degrade you and put you down and really kind of get you into that negativity space. But there's a difference between that kind of action, that like really hurting of self and true hurting of other. There is that kind of fire and that energy that is not the divine feminine. It is not the divine feminine. The divine feminine, yes, she has fire, she has passion. She can get into a conversation and she's like, yes, but there's this, and like, what about this? And like, there's passion. It feels like she is like a dragon who is like, here's all my fire, like I'm passionate, I have energy towards this. There is that. And then there is destruction. And if your woman is in a destructive place, that's not saying you need to take that on. You do not have to take that on or allow abuse or trauma in your life, because men get traumatized as well. But a lot of times women start to get into their their feelings, their emotions. They get angry, they get upset, and they begin to start to share this emotion. They begin to start to be vulnerable, especially in the beginning of a dating relationship. You'll start to see these little pieces, and your woman is testing you. She is testing you. She is testing you. Can he handle this? Can he handle my emotion? Can he handle my vulnerability? Can he hold me? Can he truly hold me? Do I feel safe with him, with my emotions, with my dreams, with my goals, with my passion? Because if your woman steps into the bedroom and tries something new and is really passionate, and you're like, then she probably is not going to try that again. Even if you don't like that, there is still that, like, I loved how you took control of that. I love how you were passionate in that way. Like, I love your playful nature. You don't always have to love everything that's coming at you in the bedroom, but you can still, you don't have to say, oh, I loved when you did this. I don't love when you tie me up. Like, that wasn't, like, that's not sexy to me. However, I love your playful nature. Like, no, I don't like to be tied up, but I love how you tried something new. Like, that was really cool. Like, what else can we try that's new? And really encourage that. Really encourage that fire. Encourage that passion. If she's emotional, let her be emotional. Let her be emotional. Don't squash her emotions. Don't squash her emotions. Don't try to fix her. Just sit there. And don't sit there in that, like, okay, let me just wait for her to be done. Because a lot of men do that. There's a lot of that happens. Okay, let me wait for her to be done. Well, no. It's active listening and nodding and really hearing her, but not jumping into the hole with her. Allowing her to have that process. And then afterwards, if she desires to get into, like, fix it mode, then she'll ask for that. She will ask for your opinion. She will ask for your advice. But you have to be able to stay steady and not retreat. And that's what I see a lot of guys do. Not only am I coaching, but I date as well. And I see a lot of men. I've had lots of men in my life who that has been a breaking point. They retreated when I shared, when I opened, when I went someplace with them. They retreated emotionally, not physically, but there was an emotional, like, could we leave? Like, there was a change of subject. There was, this is where you're standing in your woman's fire. These are those points where you really need to create that safety, because she will test you. I don't care if you're single or you're married for the last 60 years. And if you probably ask the man who's been married for 60 years to a woman, he will tell you, she will continue to test you over and over and over and over again. That is her job. As the woman, she is always testing you, always testing her safety with you, always testing your holding of that, her love and her beauty and her magnificence. And she's always going to be testing. That is just her job as the feminine, always testing, not in a mean way, but in this way of touching in. Okay, let's see if I can share more. Can I open up more? Can I try more? Can I expand more? And really, this is so pivotal. And we see this in the bedroom. We see this in the bedroom all the time. And so I know I see this all the time in the bedroom. I do female orgasm camp with Kendall Williams. It's coming up actually December 7th again. It's called Winter Wanderlust for the winter. But it's an amazing workshop. But I see this, and I actually in the summer, I wrote an article about it, because there's a lab portion, and in that, I continually get dropped, and we'll notice men's consciousness get dropped while they're engaging in the lab. They will drop me, and they'll bring me up, and they drop me, and they drop me. I see this in the bedroom with, I've seen this in the bedroom with past partners, and dropping that orgasm. And this is one of the things that women, complain the most to me. My female clients are always talking to me about this issue, standing in her fire in the fucking bedroom. Because if you're not standing in her fire in the bedroom, you're not going to be standing in her fire in her world either, guys. And what do I mean by standing in her fire in the bedroom? Continuing the orgasm. Lots of men, you got, and this is not a man hating, I'm about to get on us women in a second. But lots of you men will get into this belief that you think she came, you think she's done, and you stop. You stop right at that beautiful point where things could actually expand bigger and open our hearts more and open our sensation in our genitals even more. Like, take it to that next fucking level. Sorry for the coughing, guys. Take it to that next level, and you stop. You stop. You stop, or you change position, or you go for it too hard. And what ends up happening is you drop your woman. You don't continue on. You don't keep your level of conscious. You see a woman and she's excited and she's orgasming. And so what ends up happening is a lot of men will lose their consciousness. They get so excited. They're like, oh my goodness, there's a woman orgasming in front of me. And they lose their consciousness. They lose their connection with their body. And as soon as you lose your connection with your body as a man, giving to a woman, whether this is penetration with your penis, or if this is just penetration with fingers, mouth, whatever, as soon as you lose that consciousness, that connection, she feels it, and you drop her immediately. Her orgasm gets dropped. And the beautiful thing about us women is, though men can be multi-orgasmic, and I preach this all the time because I think so many men think they can't be multi-orgasmic, women, we have a beautiful ability to reach that multi-orgasmic potential pretty quickly, pretty easily. If we've done our work, it is pretty easy for us to open up to these multiple orgasms. We're like the freaking Energizer bunnies when we get started, when we get going. And most men will feel, oh, she had one orgasm, or she said, oh, that was like a great orgasm. Usually it's a climax, but that's another topic. And then they leave. They leave the situation when really you need to then stand in her fire of her passion even more. Bring her deeper, bring her deeper, bring her deeper till she is like, I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. And I promise you, if your woman is tapping out because the orgasmic experience has been so freaking amazing, that wave that we call orgasm has been so amazing, and it's been going and going, and she's like, I'm just done. I'm so tired. Like, now I'm tired. Now my body needs a break because it is so, like you're awash, and the orgasm is so deep you just need to breathe or cry or laugh. When you take your woman to that state, I promise you, she won't forget it. She won't forget it. That is her fire. That is her passion. There have been several men in my life that I have known that I've had to tap out and been like, okay, like it's too, like, okay, like I need a break. I need a break. Like, the orgasm is so big and so immense and so beautiful. And a couple of hours have passed, so it's time to just like be like, okay, now I need to drink water, I have to pee, let me get some food, and then we can start again. But that is standing in her fire, allowing her to get into that deeper state of orgasm. And guess what? That is how you get rid of her crazy, all that crazy that we like to say, oh, she's crazy, oh, her fire is crazy. No, her fire isn't crazy. Her fire is passion. Her fire is feeling. Her fire is this beautiful, creative spark. However, if she is not getting good orgasm, if she is not really tapping into that fire, it will turn to crazy. It will turn to mental illness. It will turn to hate. It will turn to judgment. It will turn to finger pointing. You want a happy woman? Stand in her fire in the bedroom. And then also stand in her fire in other ways. Create trust. You have to create the trust even before you can build any connection in the bedroom. And then ladies, I told the men that I would not just point fingers at them. But my ladies out there, let your woman stand in your fire. Open up. Allow your heart to open just a little bit, which can be really difficult. It can be really difficult. but you have to open a little bit in order for him to take you deeper, in order for him to help you connect with those passions, in order for him to help you go deeper in the bedroom, out of the bedroom. You have to open your heart. You have to open up your sex a little bit, and that passion and that creativity. You have to get a little vulnerable and maybe get a little creative. And you have to share what's going on with you, and not in a hateful way. I'm looking out, and we have this society of independent women, which is beautiful. It's beautiful, all the power we're starting to notice within self, and this like self-love movement. It's gorgeous. However, what it has also created is a fuck you society of I don't need anybody else, and I especially don't need a man. I'm not going to let him in. I'm going to do it myself. All of this, which isn't the true feminine nature, this FU society. And what has ended up happening is we also are rageful, we're angry, and there's reasons why we're angry. There's trauma, there's abuse, there's lots of things that go into that, but we end up raging. And so there is checking your own ego as a woman and going, yes, I'm going to step into my fire, I'm going to step into my emotion, I'm going to step into my feelings, but that's very different than attacking somebody in a very negative way. There's difference between, I'm going to have a conversation, this is not going to be an easy conversation, I'm going to tell you where you hurt me, I'm going to share with you what's going on right now, where I'm having issue. And then there is attacking, there is beating your man down, that is a different level. And so if that is where you're at, I suggest you do some of your own inner work, you do some of your own healing, self-love practices, and then look at more what you need from your man and ask for it. Because I have lots of beautiful, oh my goodness, I have some beautiful men right now in my practice. And some of the issue is not that they're not willing to stand in the fire of their women, but their woman doesn't want them to. Their woman is very pushing of, no, I don't want you doing anything for me. I don't want you standing in my fire. I'm not going to share with you. I'm not going to get vulnerable. And so it is a two-way street. And so yes, men, you need to stand in her fire. You have to prove that you are worthy of standing in her fire. And I know that that's a tough one. I know a lot of people go, well, worthy, like, are you worthy? Have you earned her fire? Have you earned her fire? Because there is a process. But also women, are you allowing your man in? Are you opening up? Are you shelling and putting so much armor on that nobody can get to you? So it is really a two-way street. So look at that. So, okay guys, I am going to let you go because I have some things to go do. Again, check out Female Orgasm Camp December 7th in the DFW area. This is, I think, my 5th year doing it. Kendall has been doing it for years and years. And so please check out Winter Wonderlust coming up on December 7th. If you're in the DFW area, get a ticket. We are already a third of the way sold out, if not more. That was what we were yesterday morning. And so do not wait. And then, I have a puja coming up in December. So you can look at my events calendar. And then Austin Tantra Festival, I will be speaking and doing a workshop at the festival. So please check that out. That is happening the 13th through the 15th of December. That is down in Austin, and you can get tickets on my website. Other than that, I will see you lovely people for another Addison Unleashed tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye guys. Love y'all.